struggling with how to describe jewelry, or maybe you have a baseline understanding of it but want to take it to the next level, today's video is for you. I'm Mandy with Bee Bling, and I am going to give you 5 tips on how to describe jewelry. This will help you step up your knowledge and broaden your base of descriptive words that you need for selling your jewelry. As you do that, your sales will be stronger, and in turn, your business will level up. Have you ever found yourself saying, "This is a blue necklace," and then for the next piece saying, "This is a blue necklace"? These are obviously 2 very different pieces of jewelry. Yes, they're both blue necklaces, but let's go ahead and get more descriptive about our jewelry to help our customers find those perfect pieces for them. So go ahead and take notes. 5 quick tips to describe jewelry. Number 1, this is your first assignment when you're done watching this training video. Brainstorm different descriptive words. Make a list. Kind of group them together. Sometimes you get stuck in a rut and say the same things over and over. As you're making your list, think of different things like colors, shapes, metal types, length, all those descriptive words that tend to describe pieces. You can even think of a list of general words like pretty, gorgeous, awesome, things like that, so you don't say for every piece, "This is a pretty necklace, this is a pretty necklace, this is a pretty ring, these are pretty earrings." You need to expand those adjectives in your vocabulary, and the best way to do that is to brainstorm, write them all down. Once you've brainstormed and grouped them together and written them down, that's your cheat sheet. You can tape that up when you are doing your jewelry sales so that you can refer to it and glance at it and use all of those different words that you thought of. Do you want to know what words myself and my team thought of? I went ahead and compiled those into a free printable. I'll put the link in the description so you can go ahead and grab that and add to it. Tip number 2, watch sneak peeks. Paparazzi has been great about giving us sneak peeks occasionally of what's coming, and Misty, one of the founders of Paparazzi, usually does those. When she does an amazing job of describing each piece. Watch her, learn, think, what words is she using to describe the pieces? How is she conveying their amazingness to us? And how can we in turn convey that to our customers? There is power in watching people talk about jewelry. It will sink into your mind and you'll be able to pull out those ideas without even thinking about it when you are doing your sales. Along those lines, watch others describe jewelry as well. Other consultants talk about jewelry in different ways. So as you see a variety of people talking about jewelry, those words will sink into your mind. Those styles of presentation will be able to be in the background for you. And then as you do your sales, you will be able to use your strengths as you describe things to your customers. And those ideas and impressions that you have seen other people do will come to mind. Tip number 3, you are going to want to read the description when you order your pieces. What? Yeah, there's a description on the back office of each piece, and when you order those pieces, go ahead and read it so that you know the standout features of those pieces, and that helps you to describe them to your customers. The information is typed out to help you to be able to describe the pieces. It's there for you to use. Don't just glaze over it. Along those lines, if you are on Fashion Fix, have you noticed the style guide cards? They're amazing. They are jam-packed with ways to describe the pieces that you received, and you can apply those techniques to all pieces, not just the Fashion Fix. As you learn the ways that they describe the Fashion Fix, you'll find the cadence and the descriptors to be able to apply those to all the things in your inventory. On one side of the cards, it will describe each individual piece. And even more powerful, on the other side of the card, it has style tips with such information as, who is this set for? What are the standout features? Why were these pieces paired together? How should this be worn? As you read through those, it will help you to describe the jewelry and describe those situations to your customers so they can find the right pieces for them. The fourth tip that I have for you is to attend paparazzi events. And you're probably thinking, what does that have to do with helping me describe the jewelry? Well, it's super helpful. At most paparazzi events, they are rolling out the next season line of pieces, and they are giving you sneak peeks of what's to come. As they do that, they will describe each piece. Again, listen to them describe those pieces. Listen to them describe the upcoming trends and the upcoming season. The more that you listen, the more that you learn. As you learn, you'll have those descriptions in your mind and be able to call up that information when you are doing your sales. For example, here's the booklet that we were given at Empower Me Pink, which is a paparazzi event that tours the country once a year. It's jam-packed with info about how to describe jewelry, talking about the trends, the palettes that are coming up, different words of new colors for the season, and how each of those trends work accessories into their palette. Keep these booklets. Even if it's the next spring, there is still relatable information that you'll want to refer back to time and time again. Tip number 5 has to do with embracing your role as a fashion consultant. I know. It is intimidating to think, what? I'm a fashion consultant? But you are. Your customers rely on you to tell them what trends are coming up, what things can be paired together, what looks good together. And so really embrace that role and be that person for your customers. To become a fashion consultant, you need to be able to help your customers with the who, what, where, when, why of jewelry. Did you know that there are different paparazzi collections and style trends? There are 5 different categories that the pieces fall into. Often, your customers will identify more with one of those categories than the other. As you're looking at pieces, if you are able to say which category that piece falls into, a customer who identifies with that might tune in just a little bit more. That's the who of the piece. Who is going to love this piece? For example, these earrings are gunmetal and a little edgy. So I would say, ooh, you Musings girls are gonna love these earrings. Because the Magnificent Musings customers are a little bit edgier, a little bit trendier, and often love gunmetal. Go ahead and check the description to this video and I'll put a link so you can look at all the paparazzi collections. But let's go ahead and run through them real quickly. Fiercely Fifth Avenue is sleek, classy, strong, versatile. Those classic pieces that you'll wear time and time again. Glimpses of Malibu is fun, upscale, has a very laid-back vibe. As I mentioned, Magnificent Musings is edgy, often has an urban element. Simply Santa Fe is earthy, natural, has patterns and vibrant colors, often turquoise. And then Sunset Sightings is for trendsetters, goes bold, funky combos. Once you have described who the piece is for, next up you are going to point out the what, where, when, why. These are things like, what would this go with? What should I pair it with? When should I wear it? Is it dressy? Is it for a night out? Is it for the winter? Is it a summer piece? Is it something that's going to look good layered? Is it something that is going to elongate and thin up a look? As you give suggestions to your customers as to what pieces will go good with each other and what trends of the seasons those pieces will mix into, they'll be able to think of their wardrobe and maybe what they want to add to it through the accessories that you have to offer. I know that as you work on growing your knowledge as a fashion consultant, that tip number 5, it will take your business to the next level. As you're describing pieces, that's the baseline. But as you are really taking the who, what, where, when, why of the piece and helping your customer find that for themselves, that is what the level up looks like. I also have a printable with terms that you'll want to know as you work on becoming a fashion consultant. I know I said 5 tips, but here's one more tip for you. For each piece, consider describing the following. Its color, its size, its shape, even its weight. especially with earrings. Any features that are unique to that piece, what coordinates with it, what situations you would wear that piece in, and gift ideas for that particular piece. So the sixth bonus tip is to have a checklist for each individual piece. I know that was a lot of information to take in all at once. Go ahead and review your notes and just think one step at a time. Sometimes the hardest part is to just get started. So just go ahead and start and think, every sale that I do, I'm going to use a new descriptive word. And over time, you will grow your vocabulary. You will feel more comfortable at describing those pieces and more comfortable as you step into that role as a fashion consultant. I know that as you take some time to work on these tips towards learning to describe jewelry, that you'll be able to step up your business and step up your sales. You can do this. I'm rooting for you. Remember, I'm Mandy with Sugar Bee Bling. I would love it if you would subscribe here on YouTube, and you're gonna love it too. That way you won't miss any future tips and tricks and tutorials that are here to help you with your business. If you'd like to pop in and see how I describe jewelry, you can find me on Facebook at Sugar Bee Bling. I'm also on Instagram, Sugar Bee Bling, and we have a website, sugarbeebling.com, that you'll wanna check out. Hit that subscribe and I'll see you next time.